Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. Just jumping on for day 13 here. And no, sorry, it's day 12. Look, I got ahead of myself. It's day 12 on Top 10 for 30. You may hear some barking in the background. You may hear some kids playing along. It's the weekend here, so we are a very busy household. And so it is what it is. Can't stop living just because Melissa's recording. All right. So the next topic is something that many of us, many of the collective, I mean, especially within the last couple years, I would say, is tapping into. And that is our relationship with our higher power, with source, universe, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it means something different to everyone, and that is okay. And whatever you want to call it, whatever you are connecting to look for guidance, look for support, look for love. When I say something greater than yourself, that is what I mean, yes. But I don't want you to take it in a way that you come first. And I feel like that is kind of the difference between that religion and spirituality is we are not looking to someone, a figure, a belief, a scripture to tell us how we are to live our lives, that moral compass per se. And this is a little bit different, is that you are connecting, ultimately, you are connecting with yourself. And you're the one tapping into kind of this higher consciousness here, which is the word on the streets that consciousness is rising. And once we tap into this energy, this frequency, and whether it's guides, whether it's angels, whether it is, Jesus or God or what the universe, whatever that looks like for you, you're able to find comfort. You're able to feel love. You are not feeling so alone. And many of us that really do tap in here, we get our answers, and we are confident in those answers. Many of us have gifts. We can hear, we can see, we could feel, and it's just a knowing. It's that knowing, and this is a huge tool to use. I encourage it within my programming. It's encouraged in the communities of mental health and addiction. It's encouraged when we're grieving. It's encouraged when someone is ill and we are praying, for them, or not even so much of a pray. I know the language triggers people, and I understand why. Religion sometimes has a bad rap, all right? And I can appreciate that. I didn't resonate very much with your mainstream religion growing up myself. However, now that I've tapped in and I've understood that it's actually it's a relationship that I have, and many do have, with their spirituality, that it is it's a mutual relationship, and it's not a hierarchy. And my guides, my spirit is not it's not greater than myself. Okay. Yes, it is believe in something greater than ourselves, but it's not greater than. We are the decision makers. It was in us all along. Okay. So when you are able, especially when you are going through some challenges, mentally, emotionally, with addiction, with your health, with loved ones, there's been a lot of loss, unfortunately, within the last couple of years, and it continues. There's many people leaving us. And whether you believe spirit or not, being able to tap into it when you are going through hard times, maybe that's something that you are missing in your life. And it's very simple. You don't have to go to a church and indoors. It's actually myself. I feel like when I am out in nature, I wait for the messages to come in for me. I wait for the answers, and I clear my mind. And it's through nature, it's through birds, through animals, it's through the wind, meditation, music, gardening, and by all means, we all have ways that we seek this support greater than ourselves, and that could be a complete life changer. And you don't have to make it difficult. It's just even asking. There's no wrong or right questions here. It's just asking yourself to open up to receive. And it's that surrendering part. And you see this a lot even in the 12 steps for AA, NA, and that when you have source on your side and you tap into that, it is a feeling and a knowing that it's difficult to explain. It really is. But it creates comfort and guidance. And when you are aligned with that frequency and you are aligned with spirit, some miracles really do happen. They really do happen. And people start to get better physically, mentally, emotionally, in the relationships. And it's because they are, yes, getting the guidance from outside themselves, but it feels good. It's not oppressed. So when you are getting guidance in, when you are quieting your mind and you are getting that guidance, it's a voice in your head. It's your voice, but it sounds, the way it speaks might be a little bit different, or it's a knowing that you said, okay, that thought wasn't from me, came in for me, and it's a knowing. It's a knowing, and you are not, when you do receive this guidance and you do start this relationship with a higher power, it feels good. It doesn't shame you. It doesn't oppress you. It doesn't say to you, if you do not do A, B, and C, you will be without in this area, or you have to marry, or you have to, the rules and the traditions by all means work for many. And if it feels good for them, absolutely take that. You're part of your religions and your churches, and it feels good in here for you, and you are not judging others for not partaking in your beliefs. If you are not judging your children for not partaking in these beliefs, it's a tough one. And I get it, because we're so ingrained in these lifestyles, okay? And religion is absolutely, very much a lifestyle, but it feels different than you have to do this and believe this and read and sing and say this in order for you to be here and be loved and be noticed by your higher power. That's the difference here. And that's what I feel that was missing from myself growing up. And now that I've connected in a whole other way within the last, I would say it's almost about 3 years for me. Whew, even right now, you just feel it. It's a knowing in you that you are not alone. And so when you are going through these challenges, if you do choose to go through the programming, whether it's programming that you found in your community, or whether you hang out with me with Turnleaf, once you are able to have this type of support, it's people get better. People get better, and you again are on that frequency. And spirit loves you. Spirit never says go faster. Spirit never says if you're not, you didn't complete what you've said. There's a whole other dimension here. If you think we're the only ones hanging around in this universe, it's look around, ask for some guidance, ask for that support, see what comes. But if you're going through hardships, that's why, that surrendering piece and looking at something greater than yourself is a big piece for recovery in general. People go to their churches, people go to their religions, people go to get that support. All right. And consciousness is, we are waking up to what's around us, per se. And it's that moral compass that says, you know what, that doesn't feel very good, or what I just heard there doesn't sound right, or I'm going to check in with myself. And I do this all the time, because typically I make decisions off the hop here, and I'm a multi-thinker. I can do a few things at once, which is not always the greatest, by the way. But if I'm really confused and conflicted about something morally, like, should I do this? Or should I follow this? Or should I? And if I'm checking in with myself, I'll get the answer, because something seems wrong. And when you really do your homework and you really check in, you'll get the answer. But that piece is important for recovery. And I'll leave that with you today. Is what's your relationship with your consciousness? That's subconscious, not the awake, not the consciousness. I'm here, I'm up. It's this time. I'm wearing a bracelet. Like, it's connecting and tapping in to that vibration, to that higher self. All right. Play around with it. I'm sending you all the light and all the love. As always, take care of yourself. And I will see you tomorrow on the real day 13. This is the day 12. Relationship with something greater than yourself. Check in with your spirit. Bye for now.